because I understand the skepticism and the concern and all that money and all that, is we've actually reduced that to 90. And you will not be billed later. You pay one fee. I have to be really clear on this because people usually don't believe it. Instead of the $460, you just pay $90. That includes all of the whole exam, the first brain-based therapy, no matter what I have to do, and even the second brain-based therapy and the report of findings. It also includes the fibromyalgia recovery DVD, where I actually start spelling out some of the things, whether you decide to go with my program or not. It also includes the fibromyalgia recovery DVD and a brain-based therapy link, for those of you who have that. In all fairness to me, in order to make this achievable, the $90, what I need you to do is watch these two, you and your spouse, before you come in for the exam. So that when I say, did you watch the brain-based therapy video, you go, yes. Remember in the video when I talked about the imbalance of the brain? Yeah, I remember that part? Okay, let's go right into it. And if you come in and say, no, I didn't watch it, well, we're going to send you right back out. We're going to reschedule, because if I were to sit here and explain the whole exam and what the oxygen is and all that, I've wasted your whole entire exam time. It'd take me an hour just to explain this stuff. So I did it on the DVD. So your job is to watch these two here. And you're taking good notes, that's excellent. Jeff also reminds you of it too, so just relax. My brain isn't that good. All right? So is your fibromyalgia going to respond to the brain-based therapy? Not everyone is going to be a good candidate. I only accept those who I think I can help out. People often ask, will my insurance cover this? Well, for the first three, chill out. It's like a $30 copay, okay? So it's $90 you have to pay up front, you pay once, it's $90, it covers all of that. In the future, if I think it's a good idea, if you think it's a good idea, if we accept you into the program, does my insurance cover me? Just tell me. I don't know, because everything is different. Medicare covers some of it. Your insurance may cover some of it. Certainly some of the things we do, like chiropractic adjustments, and we do special one-sided adjustments of the body to stimulate the other side. It probably covers the decompression therapy, but I don't know what you need. So when you come in on day one for the exam, you'll give Jeff your card. You'll look at the card and you'll be able to find out, does it cover it? If so, how much? What's your out-of-pocket? If we were to do the program, all that is answered right here. So I like to answer these questions so that in the end we don't have that question come up. So yes, there's a good chance your insurance will cover some of it. Will they cover all of it? No, they will not. They don't cover oxygen therapy. You have to have COPD or emphysema or something like that. In the brain-based therapy video, we cover why oxygen. Basically, it's fuel for the brain. What are some of the other questions? So how much is the program? What's the program like? How much does it actually cost?
Okay.
Depends from person to person. Depends on how deep of a program you need. It depends on how much your insurance is going to cover. But just to give you a ballpark, I literally have had some people come in, it's as little as $50 per week. Okay? So if that's somewhere that happens to fit into your ballpark and could possibly work, that's an idea. I've had other people more than that, some a little less than that, but that's something that with the brain-based therapy and your insurance that would be in that range. Questions on that? I see a lot of cases. Okay. I'm trying to answer questions before they even come up. I did all that, did all that, did all that. So, quickly, do we have any questions?
How does this interact with other alternative alternative
Yes.
places, like with Tai Chi
Yes.
and acupuncture?
Love it. Love it. Both of those things help to balance out your body. And that's a great example. So if you're doing that already, and I have some people with fibromyalgia, I'm already working out. Wow, I'll tell you what, already, I know that you're probably going to be fine with these ILETs. Just already, you'll probably be fine with it. You'll probably be able to handle that. And you might be able to go a little deeper. We'll probably be able to do more on you with the brain-based therapy. So to answer your question, well, how does that work? Beautifully. Keep doing it. Those are all balance things. So, excellent question. Did you have a question, Kimberly?
I'm sure it's probably dependent, but like how long does it take?
How long does it take? We have some people on a 3-month program. Most on a 6, some on a 12. Usually around 6 months. Depends. I've had some people come in and if I define my best recommendation for you and they say, sounds really good, I can't do it. All right, well let's modify and just do the next best option. So to answer that, it depends, but I'm a ballpark guy too. Give me a ballpark, give me an idea. But we're dealing with anywhere from 20 to 7.5 years to a year and a half, so it really depends. But we will tailor-make a program to help you get the results and fit within your financial needs. We really do work hard for that.
Does that book go over the therapy?
It does. Yeah, it really
So
does.
if
Yeah.
I got the book and read the book, then I could get an idea of what to expect.
Yep.
Whether it was something else.
And you can also watch my DVD, the brain-based therapy DVD, and you'll get a bird's eye view of the things that we do here.
And that's.
The therapist, the actual
you can
therapist.
do that.
Yep. Yeah. This DVD or the link. We have one or the other.
Can you get that book at Barnes and Noble?
I would have to check. I know Amazon. I know Amazon.com would have it. That's where I got mine. Mine's a signed edition too. Actually, Dr. Johnson is so amazing. He also is practicing. He's out in the state of Wisconsin. He's in Appleton, Wisconsin. He makes himself available. So this is another really key point. He's a practicing chiropractic neurologist running this program, helping all of us doctors. I can call him up, if he's with the patient, I can't get him, but I can get an appointment, call Dr. Johnson, I'm having trouble with Kimberly. What do? Send me over the labs, you know what I'm saying? I have Dr. Johnson and the other 5 other, there's several other chiropractic neurologists who've been doing it longer than me that I get to tap into. So when I get sticky cases, and I'll be honest with you, there's some tricky ones and there's times where I get stuck. Be on the phone, let's see what's going on. It's a good question on the book, I do recommend that. Now for those of you who have any other questions? Good. So for those of you who have the combination box, what you're wanting to know at this point, if you want to get that out, what you're wanting to know, what we're all dying to know is, what's the last key? The last number is, I don't know. And the reason I don't know is because everybody really is different. And we have to run the exam, we have to run the scans, we've got to look at the metabolic assessment, we've got to figure out what your combination is in order to really figure it out. So there goes the problem. But there is another way. We could break your lock by means like this. Okay? And medicine has been trying that already. Okay? So where's your lock? Oh, all right, so we could take another option, and medicine has tried that already. We could go in with force and figure out that combination. That's what they've been trying to do with their Lyrica and with their off-label medications, and we can break the lock to your combination. But we still really haven't figured it out. And actually,
I'm
we've
just
just...
wondering, I don't mean to interrupt, but why does my doctor know this stuff? Why am I not getting these tests done? And my doctor's done it.
Yeah. What I'm into, and I hear this all the time, is like, well, I've been seeing such and such. Do you know he's a UVA sports doctor? He's the this, he's that. I got the best neurologist in town. I mean, he is world-renowned and all that. And all I really care about, and you should too, is results. Are you getting results? And that doesn't answer your question specifically, but if you're getting results, stay where you're at. If you're not getting results, then we have to start looking around. We have to start asking questions like that. Why isn't my doctor doing this? It really comes down to one word, and that word is paradigm. And paradigm is the current model of thought. And the current model of thought with medicine is treat their symptom. And that's not getting the web of physiological dysfunction really deeply looked at, and that's why they're failing. And fibromyalgia is really tough. I'd say lack of education, and we need to. That's why I have the diploma in integrative medicine, because Margaret, sometimes I do work with physical therapists, and I do. There are docs there are MDs who do have that.
Well, I'm doing physical therapy and Tai Chi and
Good for you. So you are one who, see, we talked to Kimberly about motivation. This is a motivated patient right here. This is somebody who's not into sucking their thumbs and sitting in support groups. This is somebody who's like, we need to handle this thing. I'm not here to just talk about it. Let's get this thing done. So maybe we have to, dial it in a few more times. She figured out the combo. Did you keep going with it and figure out? Excellent. So Margaret's already got it figured out. Margaret and I are going to get together and write a book on fibromyalgia. But with regard to paradigm, that's just their model of thinking. And doctors are coming around, but I know doctors, I have friends as doctors, and they tell me off the record that they are frustrated as heck with fibromyalgia. They're really frustrated. What do they do with these people?
Don't you find too, when y'all go to the doctors, that it's still a BS kind of thing?
Yes.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with you.
Yes.
Especially
a practitioner that really,
And you would-
really believes it. And she gives me thoughts and she gives me drugs, but she will tell me, I have 50 patients that are similar things and I don't know what to do
They
to
don't know
make
what to
them
do.
better.
They don't know what
I mean,
to do.
I'm
And
not
it
even
is
getting
frustrating
medication.
for her.
Yeah.
I'm not getting,
either.
I'm not
Me neither.
sleeping, I'm in pain, I have to work, I have children, and they're
Yeah.
basically, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I go to UVA to a rheumatologist, he says this is what you have and sends me home. I'd like to see him on the street one day.
You know, but
I'm a country
honestly,
girl, I'll take him out.
honestly, you have quite an advantage there, because if you're not taking medications, and you might be on ibuprofen or something like that, well, I erased it there, but the whole medicine thing and all that, that's a whole web that I don't even have to look at. Because with people who have fibromyalgia and they're taking all the medications for their fibro and their thyroid and all the others, then I gotta go, oh gosh.
No, I'll be straight up
Now I
with you,
gotta
I'm
look.
getting it from whoever I can get it from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried weed, I'm 40 years old and I tried weed this year for the first time, it didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather do that than ibuprofen, because it's certainly a lot more
Do
natural,
you have
honestly.
some more? Cause I don't have
Okay, now I know how to make some money.
it didn't help, it didn't do
Oh.
anything.
Well, here's
I didn't even get a
the
good buzz.
problem with it and all the other medications is all that's doing is treating the symptom. It's still not getting to the root of the problem, and if it was, you just had a shortage of THC, and that's all you need to do is supplement with THC, then you'd have your answer. But it's not getting to the root of the problem, and that's what I want to do. It's just like in my garden, when I pull the edge, the top of the root out, it's like, oh, that looks better. Or when I pull the top of the weed out, but the root's laying in there, it looks better for the time being, but it's just going to come back.
When I
So-
get Ambien and they tell me to take it twice a week, and so my husband can attest to this, the twice a week, oh my God, I sleep like a rock. And the other nights I go, well, I had about 3 hours sleep last night, so.
Oh, I'm thankful for free.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's a catch-22, because if you don't get, so you get the Ambien, you get the good sleep, but it's still not solid sleep like normal natural sleep, and then you're not getting sleep, which throws your cortisol off, which throws your thyroid off. And so all of these things, we really have to look at not the tip of the iceberg, which is where all the symptoms are, which is where people complain about, but what are the foundational issues that we have to work on? As we start chipping away the iceberg down here, we can start taking care of it up there. It wasn't the tip of the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. It was what was under the surface. And what's under the surface is not your symptoms, but the functioning of the nervous system, the immune system, the autonomic system. All of these systems have to be looked at like a web of physiological dysfunction. So, the mystery is we have to figure out what your combination is. You can talk to Margaret or you can consult with me. But what I'd like to do is once again reiterate the neurological exam, the EMG, infrared thermography, and 2 included brain-based therapy sessions, all for $90. You do need to sign up today so you can check it out. Some people are like, well, why do I have to sign up today? Well, it's because we're making the offer today, 1, and number 2 is it's $90. I mean, to find out if something can help, I'm promising you, I won't wrestle you down to the ground and make you do this program. If you find out, try it didn't work for me, at least you know. At least there's one other thing that didn't work for you, but of course they wouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater after just 2 or 3 sessions. But at least we should see, I will work with you until I see some kind of neurological change. I want to see better balance, I want to see better eye motion, I want to see a better hand-eye coordination, I want to see a better finger to nose, I want to see some sort of change, I want you to see it too. And that's why when the spouse is there it helps too, because some of these things, like when your eye is closed, the same person again today, it was like this. I said, did you notice the difference when you brought your arm in? She said, no. I was off a little bit on this. I mean, I'm telling you, it was like this here, and I'm telling you, it was like this. It was fully amazing. And she goes, well, I missed my nose. Did you notice anything else? No, I didn't. Rob, what'd you see? She was all over the place. And after that one treatment, it was not perfect, but it was like that. I mean, seriously, and I have it on video, it was phenomenal change. So that's the kind of thing that I'm looking for. And I actually can't wait to make a call to her later today saying, how's everything going? Just checking in. I want to see how things are going. So I think I covered it all. At this point, I know I'm way over. I'm going to be hearing this from the staff and probably from you guys as well. I hope you felt like you got a return on your investment of at least 3 to 1. I hope you realize that we can get an exit strategy. We do have to work hard. We do have to look and find out what the web of physiological dysfunction is. And if you want to have me help you reinvent your life and get that exit strategy, well, then the obvious thing is take the action step. So take a step. It's a little step. Sign up for an appointment. Schedule yourself for the 3 times where we'll meet. We'll figure it out. We'll see what we can do. And we'll see about moving you into the next round. Okay? Because I don't want you living your rest of your life to 78 or 87 or whatever it ends up being, suffering like this, especially when there's people out there who are getting better. LifeChangingCare.com with Dr. Brian Prax, and I am looking forward to helping you reinvent your life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. So let's hop on up to the front
And we got our free DVD.
and come on up here and get your free fibromyalgia